about Zikananda is the capture of the state institutions and weaponization of the state institutions to carry out their nefarious agenda. In the case of Sonja, the former wife of Wicknell Chivayo, as well as Wicknell Chivayo, is actually a testament to what we have always been speaking about. The weaponization of state institution and the state capture that is currently the order of the day in Zimbabwe. Well, according to Temba Mliswa, the arrest of actually Sonja, that is the former wife of Wicknell Chivayo, by the current commissioner of the Zimbabwe Republic Police, that is CG Mutamba. He says it's a miscalculated risk. It is bound to actually spill more beans. I think one of the things you should understand is that men like Wicknell Chivayo, when they have a woman, if you have a wife, definitely there is a lot that your wife knows, all your dodgy dealings. And in this case, already some information that will put in trouble not only Wicknell Chivayo, but also a president of South Africa, especially if this is taken seriously by the South African authorities. I can tell you this is an impeachable offense. Worse if the video is leaked, of which it stands to be leaked, or if the wife becomes more brave and expose more information. This is what is being feared by Temba Mliswa. And you would not expect Temba Mliswa to speak that, but that is what exactly he did. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So this is what Temba Mliswa says. He says one's bubble will burst soon, saying that in simple terms is trying to say the information for a certain individual that has been bottled up will actually be exposed soon. He says this is a purely civil matter which did not, is commenting on the arrest of Sonja, which did not warrant the police making a whole criminal issue about. Unfortunately, CG Mutamba is all about money and has seriously degraded the profession. The professional state of the ZRP is good, coming from a staunch supporter of ZANU-PF. Agreeing and concurring with what we have always said, that in Zimbabwe we don't have Zimbabwe Republic Police, we have a ZANU-PF Republic Police. And this current National Commissioner of the Zimbabwe Republic Police is the worst thing to actually ever happen. And also, is Temba Mliswa attacking him just from nowhere? I have always said that when you hear Temba Mliswa speaking, understand that it is also coming from Mnangagwa. It means Mnangagwa may be gunning also for CG Mutamba. Why? What is the reason? Remember, Mutamba arrested the hitman that was given instructions to kill retired General Chiwenga over the past few days. I'm sure those who have been following my channel, they understand what I'm speaking about. He arrested, he opened that major, I've forgotten his name, who was given money, was arrested with money and an AK-47. There's a story like this if you scroll through this particular channel in some few weeks back. Now, you will discover that CG Mutamba kept that person until Mnangagwa had to order for his release and his money to be given to him, as well as also his AK-47. Now, that on its own to Mnangagwa is an unforgivable, it's an unforgivable sin. That's why I say in court to Mnangagwa. By doing so, he is now perceived by Zikananda as well as also Mnangagwa as actually a man of Chiwenga, because that, in the view of Mnangagwa, advanced the interest of retired General Chiwenga. So we know the whole police in Zimbabwe is corrupt, and there is a need for overhaul, to change everything, to dismantle and start afresh, and instill new values as well as ethos. It is public knowledge in Zimbabwe police, all of them, not only Mdamba, they love money and they rise through power, eating people's money. So he's saying Mdamba took the money for Wicknell Chivayo. I was once arrested. Now I was once arrested because he had been paid by the Chinese. Also, this information by Temba Mliswa is because of this beef that Mdamba did to him. When the two officers were asked what crime I had committed, they admitted they were simply working on instruction. I was acquitted. This case transcends the interest of both the complainant and the accused, spotlighting instead the deep entrenched corruption within the police force. The expectation of monetary remuneration to enforce the law creates a perilous environment for those lacking financial means. And also it must be underscored that the police end up resorting for bribes because of the salaries they are receiving from the government. But that doesn't warrant corruption. But well, how do you expect also them to survive? They find themselves having to accept bribes in order for survival tactics. He goes on to say, it is evident that police system is mired in corruption, with CG Mdamba at its helm, driven solely by profit rather than the integrity of the institution. An assertion which can be corroborated by his predecessor Chiwuri. So you see, Mdamba is now put at the same level of Chiwuri by Temba Mliswa, and Temba Mliswa being the man of Emerson Mnangagwa. His seeming assumption that being Karanga provides immunity from security is dangerous and mistaken. Oh, so Mnangagwa put him there because he's a Karanga. It's a tribal issue. Now, these people, they are further tearing and dividing Zimbabwe. When I was growing up, of course, I knew that Shona is not actually one tribe; it's different tribes. But now they are dividing also Shona being treated as a single tribe. Now they are Karangas. They are also Mugabe was part of the Zezuru. Zezurus are no longer in charge at the moment. I'm of the firm view that Chiwenga is part of the Zezurus. That is why he is also attacked by the Karangas, who are actually at the helm. The government of Mnangagwa is full of Karangas. So it is they are not only sidelining the Ndebele people, but also some groupings, ethnic groupings within the Shona tribe. So he says some of these Karangas are the biggest sellouts, letting the president down. So he's saying his own tribemates. You see, he's speaking about what I have told you when I was beginning. I was just reading. I saw the story on the top, but I haven't read this. So the issue also is about him being a sellout. Why are they characterizing him as a sellout? Because there are many attempts that have been done to retire General Chiwenga and thwarted. So they have to look who exactly knew that information, who might have released that information, and they are thinking of the current National Commissioner of the Zimbabwe Republic Police. They used to think that it was the previous also National Commissioner was suspected to be loyal to Chiwenga. Even the one that is currently at the helm is suspected to be also loyal to Chiwenga. That is why you see Temba Mliswa lashing out at him the moment he got an opportunity to do so, because the arrest of the wife of Wicknell, the former wife of Wicknell Chivayo, I can attest to. In fact, she's still the wife, and estranged wife, because they are in the divorce process. So this has spilled a lot of information that also implicates Emmerson Mnangagwa and his friend in South Africa. I'm sure a call may have been made already by Ramaphosa to say, what are these people doing now? So, he says, however, the Babu will one day burst. His shenanigans are too many. And even in court, we can defend this position with evidential reports. So he is also saying, even if he can take the stance to, so now it's no longer about the girlfriend of, and let me read what Rutendo Matinyarara said. He was the first to respond. He says, but Mzukuru, is this not the corruption you are defending and promoting every day and saying that it should take us to 2030 and beyond? Is this guy not the runner of your brother? Exactly. Now he's questioning, is this guy not the runner by virtue of being a Karanga? As Temba Mliswa said, it's Temba Mliswa who said that, and also by virtue of having been replaced by Mnangagwa, firing the previous National Police Commissioner, I've forgotten his name, because this one was believed to be loyal to Mnangagwa and that one believed to be loyal to retired General Chiwenga. It is mind-boggling how Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa fails to actually contain, get the right guys for the job. Each and every time he will keep on changing these people, saying this one is selling out. He changes him today after some months. Like what he did in the intelligence, this is exactly happened. In the police, this is exactly what is happening. And you may discover that also within the military, the same may be happening. So he goes on to say, the degradation of the police has become a symbol of corrupt Second Republic, which reminds me of when Scar removed Mufasa from Pinelands and began to destroy everything with his highness. This is okay, I've already read that. Okay, so this is still Rutendo is saying, the degradation of the police has become a symbol of the corrupt Second Republic, which reminds me of, he's simply questioning Temba. So you are saying we should continue about this up to 2030, this corruption that you are actually raising. So you are saying we should continue with this corruption up to 2030. And then Tambudzo Mandiwanzara says, why is Wicknell provided state security when he is not a government official? He is ED's runner. Like Rutendo says, they use his key to smuggle gold. Akachiti Tsui, how much money has ED paid to Wicknell in the last 2 years? Billions. Simon Gove says, I think your analysis on this particular matter is too broad and more of an opportunity to express individual frustrations and grievances. We need the facts of this matter. So that's a good question, that it is too broad. But some of us who follows the politics and who follows what Temba Mliswa is doing, and if you understand that Temba Mliswa is equally a runner for Mnangagwa as well as also Budagwa Shetakure, somehow also for Wicknell Chivayo. But in this instance, he's not going or aiming after Wicknell Chivayo. The person that he was aiming at was the National Commissioner of Police. That is why you say he's one of the people who betrays Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, and saying being a Karanga, being a tribesman with Emmerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa should not make him to be comfortable in that position, and saying what he is putting, because this the National Commissioner of Police can actually take him to task and actually arrest him. He has all the powers for defamation of character. He is saying, even if you take me to court, I've got evidence. I will expose that indeed you are not loyal to the president. That's why I'm saying, Temba Mliswa is used by Mnangagwa as a personality that sends messages to individuals whom Mnangagwa may not necessarily have evidence, but is suspicious that they are not faithful to him. As I have said, there may be many people, many even within the state institutions, during the broad daylight, they are seemingly doing the work for Mnangagwa. But at night, they are reporting to the other side. It's like Mnangagwa is already seen. There are cameras all over around him. And also, they are just waiting for an opportunity to trap him. They are allowing him to play whatever he has to play, incriminating himself. When the day comes of reckoning, it will be just a matter of seconds. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to subscribe. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okancubu is signing out. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet on the other side of the live broadcast.